Life in the very town of Pixie Hollow returns to peace. After the death of Blue Dust, the one of Nether's mightiest multipliers, by the pirates. Zarina, the former pirate captain who has been betrayed by the pirate humans, is reunited with Tinkerbell and her 5 friends. One day, the Tinker Fairy went to meet her best friend, the fairy guardian of fairy dust, alone. Hi, Zarina. Is busy? No, just reading my construction book. Then Tinkerbell surrounds Zarina's house while observing the inside of Zarina's house. By the way, have you ever thought about making a new dust? Like turning a fairy into a human or vice versa? Oh, I don't think so. But that's a really good idea. Are you going to make it? Of course, that would be very interesting. That's why I think that. Tinkerbell, you're going to help me, aren't you? Sure. Then they investigate what materials are required for the creation of fairy dust. Zarina had an idea. She could mix one drop blue dust with the tears from the both sides, fairy and human. They also share tasks. Zarina looks for fairy tears, which she then gets directly from one of her other friends, Iridessa, the fairy of sunlight. A fairy who easily believes people's words and is very cryptic, said Zarina. As well as Tinkerbell looking for human tears. No, she wasn't looking for that. She already had it. No one knows about it. Zarina only knows that Tinker got it from her human friend very quickly. Or maybe from a baby crying who was frightened at the sight of a small creature flying. Then they start making the new dust. They really did it secretly without anyone knowing. The no even took Zarina thought she was free to mix dust since the previous incident, but Tinker forbade her to show this creation to other fairies. We did it! Tinkerbell sprayed purple dust on Zarina, and it makes Zarina drowsy and fall asleep. Not a foreign dust to Tinker and Zarina. It's the dust Zarina used last year to put all the fairies to sleep at Pixie Hollow's party. Why, Tinkerbell? Zarina said with going to her sleep, who didn't know when she would wake up. Never mind. Tinkerbell just picked at the dust the two of them had made and flew toward the ocean. Think gave the dust to James, the pirate. Her gaze was blank. It was clear that Tinker was under the pirate's control. After the pirate got the changer dust, he threw a Voridian dust on Tinkerbell, which made Tink feel dizzy and fainted. Tinkerbell was already at her house when she opened her eyes. Her brain had gathered. Zarina was not the only one waiting for Tinkerbell to come to her sense. When Tinker regained consciousness, it looked as if the people there waiting for answers to the questions that were running through their heads. However, they felt very dizzy to explain everything that happened. She really wanted to explain everything, apologize especially to Zarina. Let her ask first, said Fairy Mary to everyone there. Fauziah, Fan, Rosetta, Iridessa, Ken Clarion, Fairy Gary and Fairy Mary leave the house. Zarina tries to get Tinker to explain everything right then and there, but Silver Mist pulls Z out, leaving Tinker alone first. Never mind, Z. Let Tinker recover first. She looked confused. Silver said to Z, No, Sil, come here. I want to apologize and explain everything. Z returns to Tinkerbell as well as Silver Mist, who walks out. No, you too, Sil. Come here. Call the other friend. Only the 7 of us, she warned. They gathered. Then Tinkerbell started to explain to her friend what happened. It turned out that she was the one who was hypnotized by the pirates since the day before Tinker went to Z's house. The human tears she also got from the pirates. She explained to everyone, then apologized to Z, told what plan the pirate had made, and talked about what they should do to deal with the pirate who would soon appear as a new fairy. The next day, there came a new fairy named Eric. He came from a city on the other side of the sea. He was a moonlight fairy who always did his work at night, when Clarion accepted happily. At the night, the new fairy really did his job, but not as a moonlight fairy. by the blue dust death. He is the pirate who hypnotized the previous Tinkerbell as well as the traitor of Zarina. After he got the blue dust, he hurriedly went to the sea to get to his ship. Arriving at the beach, he felt proud because he had been able to get blue dust that easily. Why didn't I use this method earlier? Fairies are really easy to fool. He is monologue. But I'm fairy too now, he said back. As he was about to speed back away from the beach toward his ship, the 7 fairies intercepted him. Fauziah, the wind fairy, was traveling very fast. The wind took Eric by surprise and stopped going. It was Iridessa who aimed the night light at Eric's eyes so that his vision was impaired. Then Rosetta took out a plant from the towering ground, pulling Eric's hand and wait. And Fawn, who ordered the butterfly to interfere with Eric's movement. Then Silvermist, Zarina, and Tinkerbell came. It's not easy, James, clanked Zarina. Enough for you to fool us, continued Tinkerbell. Just before Zarina took the blue dust in a vague fairy grasp, Eric released himself first. Then, as quickly as possible, he flew away from the 7 companions. But unfortunately, Havaga they had water fairies. Silvermist's rising wave makes fairy dust on Eric's fairy body dissipate, making him unable to fly. Then Tinkerbell hastily took blue dust in Eric's hand, and Zarina sprinkled back the dust that she and Think made a few days ago. Thus turned a human into a fairy and vice versa. Finally, Eric returns to his human form, James the pirate. And Tinkerbell takes the blue dust back and returns it to Queen Clarion for Pixie Hollow. As for James, who Queen Clarion knew as Eric, he was punished, turned back into a full-fledged fairy and locked up by Queen Clarion.